All right. Hey everyone, welcome back to Fantastic Funnels tutorial series. And in this video, actually, I just started with a new project and the domain configuration part, I'm trying to do the first step. So I just tried to document this journey of creating client's project from end to end. So in this particular video, I'm actually going to show you the domain setup. Yeah, but I know like I have done it so many times using GoDaddy, Namecheap, Hostinger, and you have seen so many tutorials from me uh, previously, but this is ex absolutely new. And in this particular video, I'm just going to show you the domain connection through cPanel. Okay. Yep. So I'm just going to share the computer screen and let's go ahead and see that if you are struggling with the domain connection and you are not using any one of these particular platforms like registrar like GoDaddy, Namecheap, Hostinger, or HostGator, and if you need to use the cPanel, how you can do that, okay? And this particular things will going to stand with any domain service provider and cPanels. So I'm just going to share my computer screen and let's look into this that how this thing will gonna work. Let me just share my computer screen. Okay, so here we go. All right, so I'm not going to get into lots of details about the domain registrar. So this is a domain registrar which my client uses, and it's a $1 web hosting. Okay, $1 web hosting. Now, what happened like when you purchase the domain from $1 web hosting, they do not provide you a hosting. Okay, they only provide you the domain and all the other service providers. It doesn't matter whether it is GoDaddy or Namecheap or anyone. They do not provide you hosting. If you purchase the domain, you will get only domain, not the hosting. The same the $1 web hosting is doing, but here is a problem. When you purchase the domain from any other service provider, like I always use the GoDaddy, Namecheap, Hostinger, HostGator, or any other one, they provide you the access of DNS configuration, okay, where you can able to go ahead and update your DNS records. With the $1 web hosting, it is not possible. They do not provide you the access to the server, access to the DNS records or the zone editor. And in that case, you need to purchase that hosting. So my client purchased the hosting and I got the access to the cPanel as well. So it happens through the cPanel. So when you purchase the hosting with the help of $1 web hosting, you get a separate mm, cPanel for that, and you need to log in into your cPanel account, and then you get into the cPanel. And it is pretty much easy. Like you just get the email confirmation from your registrar about your cPanel with your user ID and the password and login URL. You just have to use those details and log in into your cPanel. So this is how my cPanel looks like. Okay, for my clients, it is for my clients, and this is the domain which my client is using. And this is how the cPanel will be available for you. So cPanel on the cPanel, you won't see any difference. It will be exactly similar in front of you. The very first thing when you get the cPanel, you just have to move the hosting from hosting authority from your domain registrar to the cPanel. And in order to do that, you have to exchange the name servers. Okay. So in order to change the name server, what happens? Your service provider will going to send you an email with all the details. This is how like the email will look like. So we got an email from the $1 web hosting with all the details like here are your username, password, login to the control panel, And then and there only it will ask you to update the name server so that your domain authority will get transferred to the cPanel. Okay. So they provide you a couple of name servers. Sometime it could be two, it could be three, or it could be four, not one. It it should be always like two, three, or four name servers. So most of the cases you get two and four. Very rarely you will get three name server options. So these are the two name servers, and what I did, I copied these two name servers and went to the moved back to the hosting provider, and inside the domain provider, the $1 web hosting, you just have to open your domain name, and then you go to the name servers option, and inside the name server you can update the custom name server value. Okay, so you see that here on the custom name server value, I updated both the name servers here, and as soon as you update both the name servers, you can able to see your domain added into the cPanel. Okay, so here you go. You see that the domain is added here in the cPanel. And now when you go to the tools at the on the tool on the dashboard, you see in the general option that your primary domain is connected now. And now in order to make this domain working, you need a site over there. So right now, if you click on this domain, if you see that it will show you the index page. Okay, index page, because we don't have any page yet created on this one. So that is the reason it is showing index page. And now we have to connect this with our system.io. So if you are a system.io user, so here you go, that how you can able to connect your uh, connect your like domain to the system.io using the cPanel. So into the cPanel, you just have to move down to the domain section, and into the domain section, you have to get into the zone editor. And when you get into the zone editor, you will see your domain name over there. And on the domain name, you can add record whatever the records are required. Already, the records are showing over there, whether you want to add a record, CNAME record, MX record, or you can just click on the manage, and you can get into the complete editorial area where you can just select the type, and then you can have the update your records. So let's go ahead and do that for our website in here. I'm just getting into my client's system.io account now. And the very first thing we are going to do is to connect our domain. So I'm getting into the settings and directly into the custom domain option. Here we go. So this is the default domain we are getting from the system.io, and this is the first time I'm going to add any new domain in this account. So always use the www when you start adding the domain, save, and now you get the two CNAME records. As I always say, as I always like mention, that you don't have to uh, copy the entire host name, but just the prefix before your domain name. So here www will be my prefix before the domain name, and then I will copy the entire value. So let's copy the entire value, move to the zone editor, and this is my CNAME. So I will add a CNAME record, add a CNAME record here, and select the type from the drop down. In the value, in the name zone, I will add a www, and I will not make any changes to the TTL. And inside the record area, which is also referred as a value or content, I will be adding the entire text, the alphanumerical text which you copied, and save the record. Now, only one CNAME record may exist per name, rename or delete. So I think like here we already have this one. Okay, you see that www. This the second record, not the first one, which is mail dot, but the second one, which you get default from when you update the name server or purchase any domain. So you get it default from the registrar to host your website either on the WordPress or using their own builder. And that is the reason these records are coming directly from the registrar. So what you have to do, you just have to delete this registrar. You just have to delete this record to make your new record updated. Why we need to update this record? Because this record will make sure that your domain authority get transferred to the system.io, and then you can able to host your system.io landing pages or website using system.io platform. So make sure that if you're getting this error message that either your CNAME is conflicting or one CNAME is already exist in this particular domain, so you always have to delete the CNAME which has www.yourdomainname.com. Delete that. It is absolutely safe. There is no any problem. Okay. And then you can able to add your current domain. So I'm just going to delete this domain. You see that it didn't allow me to delete because right now this box is open to add a new CNAME record. I'm just going to cancel it. Now I can delete the record. So I'm just going to delete the second one. Here we go. And now again, I'm just going to add a record here, www, three W's, and type will be my CNAME type. And then I'll add this, uh, the copied value. Now you see that as soon as I added the www, it automatically picked up my domain name. And that is the reason it is said that you don't have to copy the entire value. Because if you copy the entire value, it might going to add the domain name again in that and it get conflicted. Now let's go ahead and save the record and see if it works or not. And boom, you can see that the CNAME record just got updated. And now this CNAME record will make sure that your website or landing page or your blogs will going to hosted on your system.io platform. In the same way, we have to copy the second value. Always make sure that you have to copy the prefix before your domain name and then add a new record, another CNAME record, and it will be in the value part, and then add the complete value part. Okay. Save record. Done. The second one is also done. Now, if you have done everything correctly, it will not going to take more than 10-15 minutes to get your domain name updated. And this is how you have to add your domain. So we'll be waiting for a couple of minutes to see that if the domain name got propagated completely and is ready to get into the system, is ready to use to host my landing pages. I'm just going to pause the recording and we'll be waiting for it. Once it will be done, we are done. All right, so it took somewhere around 15 to 20 minutes. And now if you can see that the domain is ready to use. And this is how it is super easy to connect your domain with system.io if you follow the right instruction. And if you are a person like doing this particular thing with the cPanel and struggling that how to do it, this video might going to help you out. So follow for more video, and soon I'm just going to come up with the more videos on the system.io tutorial series. So see you soon with new tutorial. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye.